Hello everyone, welcome to JobAssist webinar on future and career opportunities in digital marketing. So this is Priyanka, your host for the session. If I am audible loud and clear to all, please respond with a yes in the chat box. Great, I can see few quick responses in the chat box. Perfect. So once again, I would like to welcome you all in this webinar. So we have our the concerned person, and Nishpreet is there, who is heading this Job Assist program in Simplilearn. So I'll just hand it over to her, and she'll guide you that how you can make use of this program, which is provided by Simplilearn, to get ahead into your career. Okay. So hi Nishpreet, am I audible to you?
Hi Priyanka, am I audible?
Yes, Nishpreet, you're
Thank
audible.
you so much. Thank you
Over
so
to
much,
you.
Priyanka. Thank you. Thanks, Priyanka. Hi everyone. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Nishpreet, heading Job Assist program in Simplilearn. I welcome you all to our Job Assist program, and I'm really happy to see more and more candidates joining online. Thanks, Manmeet. Thanks, Sintransh. Good afternoon, Vinod. Good afternoon, everybody. It's so good to see you all online, and I think that today's session, or I would say webinar, is the biggest example how we are going digital. In fact, I would say that when we are taking the courses online, we just want to relax, sit at our places, learn more and more as much possible as we can. And if we have already crossed our college lives, I would say, and the term that is tossed for now is millennials, that they are more into digital, and 84% of approximate time that we devote on our mobiles and laptops, I think we cannot escape that. The first thing that I would say is that I always say that at the very beginning of webinars that I host in weekends, is that I'm really lucky that the trainers, the mentors, the guest speakers accept my request to come online on afternoons in weekends, and I think it is really difficult because they are quite busy with their schedule, and then to manage to come online just to take further a kind of step in which they can guide, they can suggest all the candidates how they can carve their career in a particular technology is really I feel so thankful. And I'm really thankful to Pranav Parekh today. I think some of you are already attending his sessions. He is one of the best trainer who is taking digital marketing with us. And I'm really thankful to Pranav today for his presence online. On weekend, of course, he will guide you how exactly you can move ahead with digital marketing, because it is the heartbeat of today's generation. And I would say that nowadays traditional marketing or traditional advertisements do not impress us that much, and we are more inclined towards checking out each and everything online, and even like food, from food to learning, each and everything we do in a digital way. So, and I think that all of you who are taking up the course, or who actually want to make their career in digital marketing or the digital era, of course, there is a progress only and success only path, because the full world is going online. So we will be having more and more opportunities in digital era. So I welcome Pranav. Hi Pranav, thank you so much Pranav for giving your time coming online on weekend. I know it's really, I just feel that you accept my request and you came online. It's like really thankful to you. And all of us will be learning a lot today, because even I wanted to attend this session, and I wanted to learn more that how I can also check it out, how to go digital when I'm not from a technical background. But I think that most of the guys who are not even from technical background can also catch up with digital marketing, and they can also make a career in the same.
Thanks a lot, Nishpreet, for your warm welcome. And indeed, it's my pleasure to help through students and anyone who is interested and going forward with learning digital marketing. It's always a pleasure to be a part of Simplilearn in these format of webinars as well as in their training programs. And it's my revered honor too that I would be able to help out students apart from training, while I try to do and incorporate these elements whenever I am taking my batches as well, about how best you can reap the benefits of this boom of digital marketing. And it's good that Simplilearn has provided this specific wonderful platform in the form of JobAssist, which is a unique and really important element which every training organization should be providing, which just does not stop with the student learning the course and completing it there, but taking their journey forward past the course also, or while they are attending the course, wherein they are taking that kind of responsibility or trying to help out the students to reap the best benefits even post the learning experience. So that's something nice from the end of Simplilearn, and it's my pleasure to be a part out here.
Thank you so much, Pranav. Thank you. So today, exactly, I just want to get you through the agenda, that what all we are going to cover today. So as Pranav is there, he'll be actually taking you through what exactly is digital marketing, because we do have some of the candidates online who have just got enrolled in the course, and some of the people like me who are not from the technical background and who would like to learn more. So I think that I would like to start from scratch. And digital marketing domains, of course, like in which particular domains you can become expert. And if I would say that everybody will be having some or the other expertise level, and they would like to make their career in a particular domain of digital marketing, because it is expanding, and I think that every day we are adding one or the other domain in digital marketing era. So it is one of the thing, and then we can discuss about how to be a digital marketing leader. I would say that again, like, I don't know, but I have this habit of repeating it again and again, because I do have one partner with me today, and we are really, really lucky to have him online, because it was really, it became really difficult for me to reach him. Even he took some of the interviews, and they became a partner of our JobAssist program also, and they took some interviews in Delhi, and it was really difficult for me to reach out to him, just because he has he is now in Indonesia, and we have some time difference as well. But I'm really thankful to Rohan that he accepted my request, and he could manage coming online for an hour. So we are really lucky that he is online, and he will be actually taking you through the market trend. He can talk about something very beneficial, that is salary structure, and then the career options that you can offer. So I think today, as we all are online, we are going to get much out of this session. So I think Rohan is also online. Rohan, can you hear me? Okay, I think that he'll take some time to come online, and we can start it with all of you together, because we have many candidates waiting now. Welcome you all again, and Pranav, over to you. Thank you so much.
Sure, Nishpreet, thanks a lot. Okay, so a very warm welcome, and really nice to have you people here in this particular JobAssist webinar brought through in the opportunity related to digital marketing by Simplilearn. Before I go ahead and discuss the further elements, let me have a quick check. Everyone is able to hear me loud and clear. Please respond through the chat box. Great. So with that being seen from many of you, let me get started with a few of the basics that we are going to learn in this program. So before I start on, as being a trainer, it's my habit to discuss and talk a lot out here. But today's webinar, let me be very frank, is more of things coming from your end. Means we will be going forward and seeing through elements related to a lot of stuff about digital and the complete element or the era of how jobs could be done in a, how you could acquire your dream job or what are the parameters for the same. But with that being said, definitely it's more going to be your inputs which are going to be important in this complete webinar. So time in ahead, I'll be asking you through about the elements which you would like to add on from your end. So with that being said, a first quick set of introduction about myself. Many of you who are a part of my training program have definitely been knowing about my background. For others who are participating for the very first time, I myself, trainer Pranav Parekh, an enthusiastic digital marketer who has been in this field for 8+ years, and I have explored all different entities and elements of digital marketing, which you generally see through in your courseware, or which you generally see through as a part and parcel of your class activity itself. Therein, there are these entities like SEM, PPC, Google AdWords, display advertising, social media marketing, so on and so forth. So mostly you name it, and I would have done that in digital marketing. Together with that, I am myself Google AdWords search, Google AdWords display, Google video, and Google Analytics certified. I have managed entities like campaigns of over 1 CR value in paid campaigns. We are going to see what they are in the course. Have managed analytics traffic of over 1.5 million monthly users. Have managed social media strategies of campaigns running in hundreds of thousands dollar value on a yearly basis. And together with that, on the training end, I have been in the training field for over 4+ years, have trained more than 1,500 to 2,000 students through online marketing in the form of webinars and in the form of methodology via connecting. Apart from that, classroom training, corporate training, and other entities as well. So that's a brief background about what I have been doing. In case if anyone of you is interested in knowing further details, you could connect with me anytime on LinkedIn on the domain linkedin.com/in/connect to Pranav. So that's my vanity URL, or that's the URL which I am available on LinkedIn indeed. So then you could check through more details of my profile. With that being said, before starting in with the entity of the other elements which we are going to learn about JobAssist, I'd like to know through indeed 3 important things from your end. First of all, definitely your name is there visible in the chat box, so you could start in with your name. Followed by that, I want to know through your background. Means most of you, if you are a professional, then your professional background, or if someone is a student, then their education background, in terms of mostly the experience, in terms of maybe the industry you are currently working. And most importantly, apart from this, I am interested to know through as to when you are a part of this JobAssist webinar, definitely you have some back-end thoughts from your end as to what you are looking forward at. Means someone may be looking from position perspective, like I want to be a manager, or I want to be maybe start on as an intern, anything like that. Some of you may be having certain thoughts in relation with what particular skill I want to build myself. Means anyone is looking forward to be a web analyst, or someone is looking forward probably to be an SEO expert. So these are some stuff which maybe some of you may be having in your background. So I want you to share this element with me through the chat box as to your background, name and stuff. And if in case if you have something like this in your mind, that I'm looking for a career as being an SEO specialist, or I am looking for a career in e-commerce, please then let me know through. So as while I'm taking the points, I could help on with certain tips regarding the same. So please use the chat box and help me with details regarding this, and then I'll start on with the next slide to share on with you people. So let's see who initiates the chat first, because there is, like, when you are going for an interview also, there is the person who is first. So first come first serve is going to be the rule. Okay, so here we have Gunsha, who is a business analyst with 10 years experience in banking and quality assurance, looking to start a blog or a vlog, as well as he's looking for more in the venture of e-commerce. Great. Then there is Chitransh, who is done his MBA and graduate, but have hands-on experience on blogging, social media, and has his own blog. Great, Chitransh, really nice to know that. I also started my first blog when I was just in college in class 11. Then there is Raj, who has graduated, looking to help a startup with digital marketing skills he has. Great, nice to know that, Raj. Then there is Mukund, who is pursuing PGDBM and has experience of almost over a year in sales and looking forward for a career as a strategist. Wonderful, nice to know that, Mukund. And Divya, who is a BD manager in corporate travel industry, and what is he looking forward at? With 2 years experience. Great. Then there is Abhishek. Then there is Chandrabhan, who is a business manager with 11 years experience. Wonderful in office automation, and want to have expertise in content marketing. That would really help your business, Chandrabhan, or the company where you are a part of. Then there is Divya, who wants to be specifically a digital marketing specialist. Anchal, 15 months experience in IT sector, looking to start on as SEO expert. Well, Anchal, that will be really nice because your IT experience would help you there. Mandeep, who is having 5.5 years international sales and marketing experience and looking to expand career. So together with the industry of product engineering and IT, looking to add on the part of digital as well. And Abhishek, he is in corporate strategy and business analytics. Nice to know that, Abhishek. Mohit, again from business development background, looking to have his own startup. Pankaj, 16 years experience in wireless and telecom, and looking for entrepreneurship option. That's great. Nitish, MBA with 2 years experience working for SaaS as an area sales, looking forward to work as web analyst and content marketing. Nice to know that, Nitish. And Vivek is working in real estate with sales, followed by Lakshmi with 15 years experience in freelancing. Rashmi, who has done her BTech, then Manmeet with 3 years experience looking for digital strategists, Naina, who is a blogger looking for e-commerce SEO, Diksha, who is a fresher, someone wants to be a specialist. Great, so that's really in detail profiles of many of you. Vinod having 11 plus experience, and what I could see through, there's Ratrendra, who is a journalist and want to switch to full-time digital from operations and stuff. So that, as well as Rashmi, who wants to own her own business. Great. So 3 set of people which I could broadly classify in the set, followed by lastly Yash also, who is looking for opportunities past college. So a lot of queries, a lot of background. So let me classify with the elements which you people have shared. Majority of you are looking for from the perspective of job. Majority or many are looking forward for a full switch also. Means they are in a particular field like probably sales, or they are in IT, or maybe in operations, and they want to go forward and do it in terms of fully digital. Some of you are looking for an add-on profile, means you are settled in your profile in maybe marketing, which is traditional mostly, or maybe some elements in IT, and you want a profile of marketing plus digital or maybe IT plus digital as a part of it. So that's another entity who is here in the part of the seminar. The third one are those who are looking at probably few entrepreneurship opportunities, specifically in terms of business opportunities. Means they are settled in their career, but they want to start something add-on additionally. So that's something nice to know on. And if I talk about the perspective of the kind of positions many are looking at, some are looking at being a strategist, or some are looking forward at being indeed an analyst, and some are even looking at expert position and stuff like that. So that's a mixed whole set of background we are having. And if I talk about the experience level, it's mostly from freshers up to people with 11 years or plus experience. And apart from this, there is one more entity who is looking at being a freelancer, or who is looking forward at earning something online. So that's working online on their own, maybe as a startup or maybe as an individual, and what all are the opportunities for that. So that's something really interesting, because I have also spared good amount of time in my career in working for these kind of opportunities in freelancing or consulting and other stuff. So with that being said, and this whole plethora being known from our end, let us take through the part out here as to what all is the opportunities available and how we can uh, benefit from the same. So if you want to break it down in terms of major verticals, like what all are the opportunities available, then apart from social media, which is something commonly known, here is a vertical based breakdown about what all are the opportunities, wherein in web and e-tailing, that's one of the opportunity, wherein you can consider social media as a part of it, e-commerce or e-retailing as a part of it, and other domains. Then there is SEO out here in the second element. I believe I 90%, or I can say almost 99%, most of you have been a part of the digital marketing course or are aware, knowing the basics about all of these. I'll be giving a short explanation, but I believe all of you are aware about the full form and are well versed with terms like SEO or analytics. So SEO is the second domain being shown here, followed by analytics, and then there are these three domains at the bottom, or verticals, which are there in the form of paid traffic, affiliate marketing, and e-commerce. So before diving into the, I can say, the related entities in all of them, I would like to first give you a kind of assessment which is to be done on a self-end basis. So when people ask me, this is specifically from people who are looking at switching, or from the perspective of full-time opportunity, there is some kind of skill enhancement or some kind of skill judgment which you need to do from your end itself. Like, you need to be aware about what is the best thing you like in, if you want to choose one out of the given options. So if your element is more about creativity, and you are someone from your own personality perspective who likes fun, who is a bit of extrovert and has a habit of sharing, then probably positions which are related to social media are really good for you. In terms of the job profile, there would be playing around updating or posting, would be playing around letting people know about your products or services, would be playing around creating content which is having elements of a lot of fun stuff many a times, like you make something in the form of photos which are interesting for people, or mostly there is something known as memes or memes. which you would be knowing. So if that is your personality, this is one of the best jobs to get started with. If you are someone who is really good at numbers or who likes reports and stuff like that, who likes to always think on the back-end working process of something, then for you, position related to web analyst or data analyst are something which are really useful, because therein you are going to again play with the same thing of analyzing and stuff like that. On the other hand, if you have a mix of both of these, means you are a bit good at creativity also, plus you are good at even analysis and numbers, then positions related to paid stuff, that is probably doing paid ads, which would be falling from all entities, right from paid ads on search engine or paid ads on social media or even other display advertising platforms. All of them would be a part and parcel around the same. So therein you need creativity in form of ad creation, in form of knowing what works best, what does not. And on the other hand, when you get the results through the paid activities you have done, you need to work on and have an idea even about the
Hello? Pranav, are you there? We cannot hear you. Pranav, the audio is missing from your side. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to connect with Pranav offline. Just give me a minute.
which are
Sorry, Pranav, we couldn't hear you. So if you can just repeat, because there was some audio issue for a minute or so. So if you can just repeat that.
sure. Indeed, even
Thank
I
you.
saw that, so I paused on at that moment itself.
Oh,
So
thanks, Pranav.
yeah. So what I was telling is, if there is creativity and analysis, both of with which you are talented, then paid ads or going in that field is something really nice, where you analyze numbers, you analyze the output which is coming to you, plus you have the creativity in form of ad creation as well. Apart from it, if you are someone who likes the element of maybe content or like the element of creativity, plus you are a bit having a niche for even I can say technical skills, not necessary like being a hardcore coder, but understanding basics really well, like how a website works or what is the backend through which there is the operations happening, and you are interested in even numbers together, then I can say profile like SEO is really good, because it has some backend activities involved, mostly as a part of the profile, not specifically to be done by you, but to have the understanding of that activity. Plus, it has the element of content creation as a part of it, and thus it is a really nice profile to work on too. Apart from this, in case you are someone who is more of, I can say, business minded, and this is an opportunity which could be falling both ways. You like to handle on just not the operations which happen online, but you are even interested in the elements which are working offline from at least the knowledge perspective, like how does an online order happen, or what is the backend process once we have bought a product on Amazon. So how is that cycle of supply chain management working in, plus how is the complete operations also working in terms of integrating a payment gateway, or maybe how is a login account being created, how are good images being taken of the product. So if you are someone who wants to mix both of this, you can either try out for your own venture, which many of you had been asking about, in terms of being an entrepreneur in the e-tailing or e-commerce industry, or as a perspective of job, you could try out for positions specifically in the e-commerce vertical. So this is the kind of basic bifurcation which I would say is to be done probably from your end in terms of what is something you are really good at, or what is something which you assess yourself or believe that you are looking forward at. Apart from this, or if I talk of a long-term perspective, means maybe if you are looking at specifically from a job perspective of the future scope in 5 years or 10 years, there you would be having two kind of opportunities with you. One would be in the form of you become a specialist in one particular field, means you start with today with as an SEO executive, for example, and you go forward over the period of time and work on the entities of elements like being an SEO manager past 3 years, and then going over and even being on the position of probably an SEO specialist, or you can say a SEO strategist, which could be coming around 5+ years down the line. So there can be one kind of profile like this which you can look forward at, or on a longer time frame of 5 to 10 years, you could be, most of you would also be interested having a profile which is kind of a mix of all of this, because over a period of time you will be having experience of bits and pieces in almost all of those entities. So there you could be growing with positions like starting as a digital marketing intern, or maybe as executive, then growing on to a digital marketing manager, and then going on to something like head of marketing or head of digital marketing and stuff like that. So these are also options which are spread in the industry depending on your talent pool as to what you can go forward and do through. So that's the brief background which I want to share in regards with this particular slide where there is the verticals being shown. And lastly, yes, for many people who are looking at probably freelancing, or specifically who are looking at earning online, we have this element of affiliate marketing as well. So couple of you people who would have completed your DMCA course or would be in your course would be having a brief know-how about it. For anyone who does not have a know-how about what is affiliate marketing, let me give you an idea about the same. Specifically for people who are in this category of earning online or want to be a freelancer, therein, depending on the skills and talents you have, if you have the ability to probably market and sell products online, or maybe even not specifically products, maybe services online, you can do that with the help of affiliate marketing. Now, to give you a very plain example of affiliate marketing, let's say that there is a friend of yours who is looking forward to buy a flat, and you are yourself a real estate agent who has some other connections who are also looking forward at selling a flat. So in this kind of entity, there are three people involved. There is one who is the flat seller, whom you are knowing. There is one who is the agent or broker or consultant in between, and there is one who is a flat buyer. So here, the person in the form of agent, he is neither the owner of the product, or he is neither the one who is actually the person investing money, but he is technically just acting as a connector between the flat seller and the flat buyer. And if he does this activity successfully, he earns a commission. So this is the same concept which is there, or if you just take this concept online, means you create a platform online with the help of which you are able to go forward and be that connector in between who can earn a commission, or you are able to go forward and probably having those skills, because all these skills could be used for acting or becoming a connector. So that's one more interesting field which is available for people who are looking at probably the buzzword which many a times it's heard, earn money online. So this is one of the interesting activities which is possible with the help of affiliate marketing. And that's the same thing being shared out here as well, that in terms of the variety of scopes which I see, there is SEO, like I said, wherein you have your technical element plus your element of bit of creativity. There is paid media or paid campaigns where you are creative plus you like numbers as well. There is analytics wherein you are purely going forward on the part of numbers. Then there is social media and video marketing wherein you have creativity, fun, you are an extrovert, you can pick up a camera and speak in front of it. And yeah, there is also, apart from it, one more element which there are independent profiles sometimes around it, and sometimes it's a joint profile of even email marketing. So herein again, if you have creativity, skills, and you have analysis ability, apart from social media and PPC and stuff like that, you could be working on email marketing as well, where you use your creativity for creating nice set of emails, and apart from this you use your analytical elements for analyzing the results through them. So these are the various scopes and stuff which is there in relation with the fields out here. Apart from it, there are lot more details which are there, right from your salary structure, right from how to go forward and being a great leader. So this is something which is, I can say, better done than said rather than better said than done, because each of these activities are always going to have your challenges, and this is something which is going to be a bigger, I can say, kind of a iceberg in front of you, wherein you have to break that iceberg and go on the other side. So you won't be having the challenge of your experience from sales and now you have to move to digital, or your experience from IT and now to do something different. So there, all these entities are going to be a part and parcel. Like to share with you my real-time story and example. I started my first affiliate marketing based website to earn money online almost in 2006, almost a decade ago, where one of my friend told me that you can earn money online by putting ads on your blog. And I tried it, and I, because of not having all these four entities as in part and parcel, as well as not having a guided approach to it, I failed very soon. I closed my blog within just 3 months. So thus, let me tell you that whenever there is a shift or a change happening in any perspective, there is great amount of challenges which will come as a part and parcel. There are great amount of difficulties which would be a part of it. But if you are focused, of maybe if you have failed in 3 interviews and you want to crack the fifth one, or you have failed in maybe 2 assessment tests and you want to crack the third one, definitely one would be growing on the part of being a great digital marketing leader. And with that being said, I think it's over to you for any specific questions, or else then we'll be having our group partner from Omnicom Media to help you through people with more insights about the same. So that's the important part from my end, which I want to share about matching your assessment with your skills, and would be awaiting if there is anything specific which you people would like to know through. Or else I think Nishpreet could help through with the further part being taken forward from here.
Hey Pranav, thank you so much, Pranav. Actually, I think that it is the first time for me I have actually deep dived into what exactly we can patch up with, because all the interest, like I always say this thing that we all who are getting more and more used to the digital devices that we have, and we, as I say, that maximum of our time goes on laptops or mobiles, but still it depends upon the interest of a particular person. And today is the day when I actually know that if I am enjoying, like what exactly I enjoy, and still it is available for me to explore more, because in digital marketing domains we do have so many different areas, as you explained, that according to my interest I can take up that particular area and I can become an expert in that. I should not say that, because getting expert is not at all possible in this changing and ever demanding era, because each and everything, like every day something new is coming online. But I think that some people might be having some questions, so as I'm saying, we are really lucky to have Pranav and Rohan with us today. If you have any questions, please do ping on chat so that Pranav can address all your questions. Okay, so Pranav, we have got some of the questions here in chat, if you can take that.
Sure. So let me take them. Mukund says, I want to know how to start if I am aiming for a strategist role. Okay, so Mukund, herein, let me be very frank enough. If you want to start on with a strategist role, you need to have at least some good amount of hands-on exposure. What I mean by hands-on exposure is you should have sit down yourself and maybe managed a campaign wherein you have done spend of more than 1 lakh or more than 5 lakhs, and you have not just done that on one day, but you have done it for a minimum time frame of 2 to 3 years plus. If you are going forward and straightforward starting with being a strategist, I think it would be a challenging activity, because at the end a strategist has to know the part of execution, or I can say a strategist is someone who is almost an expert on the execution level himself. So you have people under you who are executing it, but you yourself should have done that for some time in your career. If that is not done, I would rather suggest first get some hands-on time with execution and then think to go forward for a strategist role. Then Nena says, can an e-commerce site with affiliation links have Google ads on it if I also do blogging on it? Nena, indeed you could do that, but you are spoiling your own business, because your main aim when you are creating an e-commerce website is to sell products. And at that time, when you go forward and put ads, the ads could be of other e-commerce players who want to sell their product. So it's not a suggested method to do this. So you could be having an e-commerce site specifically selling their own products, or maybe even affiliating. Means Amazon has that ability, you can be an affiliate partner with them. So that is good, but I would say a specific no for Google ads. That's not something for an e-commerce website. Yes, if you have a blog, Google ads could be the best thing for it. Then Vinay says, is programmatic advertising fine as a career? Nice question, Vinay. So here in this set, when I discussed about creativity plus technical backend, in that specifically if you are good at, I can say, operations, plus you are good at some technical element, means you understand how code and stuff works, and backend, then I think programmatic is the best thing, because operations is the major factor which plays a role in programmatic. So if that is something you are really looking forward at, you could go for programmatic. It's a really nice field indeed. Then Siddharth says, I'm currently working on dating niche. So what next, Siddharth? And CPS niche, and looking for more. That works out in affiliate, Siddharth. Definitely that's a good field to go forward with, because it's a rising field, highly there. So you could stick to that. If you are looking for other elements, if you talk about in specifically CPS based entities, I could say you could dive in the finance sector, because there are a lot of fintech services like loans and insurance and all of them, which could help you in your affiliate work process. Or you could even dive in the e-commerce sector. There are tons of players who have websites and products related to comparison websites, or related to giving reviews of a product or service, and that helps them to get on to the part of earning good affiliate commission. So that's something apart from your current niche you can work on, Siddharth. How do I start making career as a strategist, and also how do we define skills in terms of DM? What are the terms? So nice question, Manmeet. So anytime if you have been to LinkedIn, or if you create your profile on LinkedIn, or even other platforms like Naukri.com, Monster.com, and any other job site, in your profile you have an option of skills which is there. So I am on my profile. I'll share that or show it to you right away. In there is that specific option where you can add on the skills from your end. So like here you can see a link of add a new skill. And in this, if you go forward and search for skills, so all of the skills which were there mentioned in the presentation, like SEO, like I've already added SEO, so it's not coming there. So you have something like off-page SEO. So anything like SEO, or even if you name it as probably SEM or paid ads, that would be also a part. So these are the major skills like paid media or paid content. So it's a huge list, as in when depending on your know-how, you can define the same in your profile. So at a minimum, if I want to say, all the stuff which we have shown in the presentation, right from SEM to maybe SEO to even content marketing, so on and so forth, they would be a part and parcel, or they would be the best match depending on your lookout for. Then for a fresher, it would be better to intern or start up as DM executive with a DM agency or other companies. Well, really nice question, Chitranj. So it depends on the opportunity you are getting. If you are getting an opportunity of an executive, it's definitely better than an intern, because it gives more responsibility to you. Now, if you talk about working with an agency or a company, in that element, I would say it depends on the kind of your personal management skills. If you are looking forward at working on many projects at one go, then you should be thinking of going in an agency, because there would be any new client from any new industry, right from insurance to real estate or anything coming like that. But if you are looking forward at probably being an expert in one particular industry, like you want to gain more knowledge of digital marketing in real estate industry, then it would be better to search out for job in a company. So it all depends on what you are looking forward at. Agency climate is a bit considerably more challenging in relation with an individual company. So that's how it goes forward. So what role should I start? I have hands-on during my project. I handle a website, social media, but that was for 5 months. So best thing, Mukund, you could start in with position like digital marketing assistant manager, or maybe digital marketing associate and stuff like that. And get hands-on, as you have already mentioned, 3 to 4 entities. You can get hands-on with these positions for over 1.5 years, and then start with freelance consulting first, where you consult a couple of businesses. If you get a good hand held in that much time frame, you can then work on full time as a digital marketing strategist or consultant for sure. Then what is the detailed scope in analytics? Mandeep, it's mostly about numbers, and it is about getting the people, means getting decisions to the company of how they can improve themselves. So it's numbers and the improvisation, which is the major scope there. How to start a career? Diksha, I think that's answered. You can start as an intern or start as an executive. If I tell frankly, first you do your assessment, but secondly, it's also on the part of the company to help you out with what kind of skill you will best suit into. As a working professional, how can we have skills as I would be changing? What all things we can show to recruiter? So Nitish, the best thing I suggest is if you can get in some part-time internship opportunity, or even we have the Student Pro platform, which many of you work on past your DMCA course. So even therein, when you have done even stimulation-based campaigns, it's more than enough for getting started with a base level or a junior profile. If someone is looking for senior profile, then it would be a concern of having heavy hands-on experience. Mostly the DMCA course and the stimulation part in the Student Pro lab is more than enough for putting the right skills in your career and then passing through the job interview. Rasik, it definitely depends on what you show on your profile. It's possible that companies may consider it, and you could go forward and start on with it. So it depends a lot on the part of how you are going forward with it. It can be challenging, but yes, there is a possibility. If you have certain certifications, it helps a lot apart from what you are currently doing. Also, many of you, yeah, there are a few common queries around sales and stuff. So many of you who are having good experience in sales, I would definitely suggest that you could even work on the profile of something which is related to BDM or client servicing, but instead of sales, it would be more on the part of digital. So most of the agencies have this wonderful profile, which gives you a backend of both. You have your sales background, plus you are now getting some hands-on in DM, as well as you are now on the part of understanding the backend of DM in a better manner. So many of you who are in sales and want to shift through, I would say instead of doing a pure switch, a client servicing profile in digital would be of more usefulness to you. Ratnendra, I don't think there is a huge concern because you have 7 years content experience and operations and new media. So I think for your scenario, I would rather suggest that you go in for positions like digital marketing strategist or expert, or maybe at least digital marketing manager, rather than starting something as an SEO executive. Because if you have at least some relevant industry experience like content and new media, that's more than enough for giving you the switch. I would not suggest with 7+ years experience to go in as an SEO executive. Divya, I believe I have answered that this would be the best thing for you to start on with DM Arena. Yes, I would suggest you that if you are just means I'm not knowing your background, but I would suggest before starting a full-fledged agency, you work on for at least 6 months or so in an agency. That could be one thing. Or second, you find a partner with you who has experience of minimum 3-5 years plus in digital. So if someone like who has been full time or has some agency experience would like to partner with you, go forward and get together, decide on your commercials and other elements, and then you can work on the same. That would be better off. For telecom profession with 12+, what role do you suggest? Part, it would be best that in your own organization, if you can get an internal switch and with so much of experience, definitely you could be going on more positions related to like a marketing head, which has part of digital as well. Cool. So with that being said, I've tried to answer many of the elements around that. There are some more stuff around career options and more, and there is Rohan out here to assist you with the same. So Nishpreet, would be really good if you could go ahead and let Rohan be a part of it.
Sure, Pranav. Thank you so much, Pranav. Thank you. And I think that most of the questions that are remaining also, I believe Rohan will be able to take that. And thank you so much, Pranav. It was really fantastic. And I think it is the first webinar for me in which I have learned a lot, because even now I know as it is going to be like really beneficial for us to refer this particular webinar after this also, and I will be making sure that I can upload this particular webinar on YouTube and provide the link to all of you. Because now I can see the breakup, as well as this is the first time for me that I can see the breakup as per the interest, that what all domains we can opt for. And as per the career options, yes, I think that Rohan will be able to take each and everything on that part. Thank you so much, Pranav. Thank you. Thank you for being online, and thank you for accepting my request on weekend coming online and giving us so many insights. Thank you so much, Pranav.
Thanks, Nishpreet. My pleasure indeed. Thanks.
Thanks, Pranav. Hello, everyone. So, a crucial part again, I would say, one particular very much influential part and the most learning part is done from Pranav, and the crucial part in which you'll actually see that how I'm going to move forward after the course, or what all career options are there, how much I can expect out of the market, or what are the market trends. Thank you so much, Rohan, for your presence today. And I know it is a time difference too. You have matched up with it. Thank you so much. And I think that we can just transfer the presenter access to Rohan. Priyanka, are you there?
Yes, Nishpreet. I have given the presenter access to Rohan.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Priyanka.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hey guys. Welcome to this webinar. Thanks, Pranav, for taking most of the questions. Really good. I would agree to most of them, but yes, some of the things. Hey, hi guys. So mostly common questions from all of you around how can you change your fields, how can you start with digital marketing journey. I guess most of you are already aware about this course. In some aspects of it, like Pranav also mentioned about paid media, affiliates, SEO, and then some of the others, other fields. They're all part of digital marketing. So anyone you pick up, it's all digital, be it social, be it search, be it mobile, be it shopping, be it video. So when we say digital marketing, it includes almost everything that when you go to an internet, when you go to your smartphones, when you go to any digital device, it's all digital ads that you see there. So when we say that the word digital marketing, it's a thin line between digital marketing and advertising. Collaborate within the ecosystem of us. And then we go to a website like Times of India, and then we see an ad, or we are on Facebook and we see a right-hand side ad. So multiple formats, multiple devices, and it's all interrelated. It's a beautiful journey that you started up. Whether you're in sales or you're in any other field, it's very related. Okay, hey guys, cool. So we'll start. So I've been part of Omnicom Group, and we I do a little bit of hiring as well, and I got in touch with Nishi in regarding hiring freshers. So, well, what do we expect when somebody is interviewing, and what are the characteristics which we need when I particularly hire? So currently, I've, like Nishi mentioned, so I've moved to Jakarta. So I'm currently based out of Indonesia. So again, the company remains the same. So I'm still working with Omnicom Media Group. I'm basically head of programmatic. Glad one of you was asking about a couple of questions around programmatic. Also to see around one person talking in that, or even asking about it. So what exactly is programmatic? I'll answer that. So it's basically an automated fashion of buying and selling of media. So when I have to buy ads on a Times of India, or I have to buy an ads on Hindustan Times, I can actually, rather than contacting their salespeople, I can directly buy it via a platform which Google has made, which other the likes of TTD, MediaMath, and a lot of other platforms and tools have made it. Before that, I was with Accenture. I was a trainer there, working with Google. Trained a lot of people. I have spent a lot of money of my brands, with brands like HP, Renault, Nissan, Cisco, Intel, Puma. And then before that, when I was just beginning my career, even I started with a very small agency. And the experience is really nice when you work in a small agency, because at that point of time you get to learn everything. So when I say everything, it's starting from your search ads to SEO to analytics and almost everything. So with small monies, the tools that you use are more. With more money, the tools that you use are less. But that's the downside of bigger agencies, because what you do when you work in a bigger organization is that the tools are capable enough in order for less manpower and more tools that they can give us the results back. So the likes of Adobe Omniture, which is fantastic tool if you use it. It can give you amazing insights and analytics in terms of what is the behavior of your audience which is coming on your website, what do they do, how much time do they spend, what pages do they browse through. All of that when we get as an information as a big data, and then we analyze it and then show you ads based on that. So you might have seen that, yeah, the name of the tool is Adobe Omniture, like Omniture, Omniture, Omniture. I think it's yeah, it's Adobe, it's not Oracle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the advertising industry trends, a little bit about which industry you're in. So you're basically going inside advertising agency, or in general about digital marketing. So you already know that TV, radio, newspaper, magazine, cinema, outdoor, these are all present before couple of decades, before even internet started. All of these medias were already there. They are still there in the market like India. They're still very big chunk of money that goes into TV or that goes into newspapers. So you still see a big chunk of money going into newspapers and into rest of the media. But digital is growing and it's really picking up. And with the likes of demonetization and digital India, all of that buzz, we all have started using PTMs and payment apps, which makes it even more users coming on. And when I say users, I'm talking about tier 2, tier 3 cities, people like where we eat our food, people like who give us food, or who serve us, our maids, our workers. Uh, those guys are also on Paytm. So imagine the number of smartphone penetration that has happened in the country, and because of it, digital is also going to pick up because your users are present on digital, your users are present on smartphones. And when I talk about APAC market, which somewhere APAC has around 16 countries, and in 16 countries, India is the fifth largest digital spender already, and we are going to be the number one, of course, in some time. Uh, but overall, you can see this is a 7.4 billion ad industry, uh, out of which 12% is digital as of now. Rest is all your TV, print, outdoor, radio. So, but year on year, we are making a lot of advances in terms of how much we spend. So if you see the third image here, it talks about 2015 versus 2020. So in 2015, we were about 13%, but in 2020, we will be about 26% of media budgets only on digital, right? So this is what we are expecting. That's why there, like you guys all want to move to digital. This is like a golden time for you guys to move in this in this world, because it's going to increase, and this will increase maybe in the next 5 to 10 years. So with tier 2, tier 3 people, or tier 2, tier 3 users, audiences coming on smartphones, the number of smartphones and internet users, India being one of the populous country in the world, second largest, and also a democratic country. So we will be the number one democratic country which will have the maximum smartphone users soon enough, surpassing US. And the numbers like this stands as in front of you. So it's about 1.3 million, 1,300 million, which is 1.3 billion population, with active internet users of around 463 million, and so many mobile users, because mobile being one of the easy way out for multiple people to access internet. So mobile usage will increase, and that's why you see a lot of these Vivo, Oppo, and a lot of these Chinese brands coming in and advertising spending a lot of money because they know the potential in the country stands where we will be spending a lot of money buying smartphones and then accessing internet through the smartphones. So so when we have smartphones, what do we do? So, right? What apps do we go on? So we go primarily on our social platforms, right? So you look at your friends, you look at your family. What do? They go on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or Tumblr, or Snapchat. All of these applications, they're all smart applications, which means they're all on their phones, and you access them when you get a smartphones. And now when you go on these applications, what is the source of money through which Facebook or YouTube is earning? So they are earning only through advertisements, which means that ads is the only way these companies are growing. And Google and Facebook being one of the you know uh, quick companies to gain a lot of money and become almost the world famous companies that they are right now, that's only because of advertising. So with the tools that they have and a lot of people that visit these websites, they're able to make a lot of money with advertising. So how can we improve the behavior of when you see ads, or how can we improvise on the ads that you see? So now when you go to on the websites like Scoop Group and your Witty Feed and Being Indian and all of these websites, you will see that the articles that they cover, they actually cover about millennial audience, talking about travel, talking about um, maybe all the topics that we think about. They write about it, and then when one instance come in where you have a trip to 5 places to visit when you're 25, and then you read that article, and on the right hand side you will see that there is an ad which talks about a trip to Bali, or there is an ad which talks about a trip to Thailand. So how is that when you're reading an article which is contextually talking about the content talks about travel, you see an ad which is also talking about travel, which means that we have personalized that we are using the keywords, we are using the behavior of you as a person, and then showing you ads similar to your interest, which is what personalization also is. That now, when we know that you are a person who's looking for a gym membership, so when we know that you're already looking for fitness, or you're a fitness person, then we show you ads which are related to fitness. So we are moving away from just showing any random ad to any random person. We are talking about showing the right ad to the right person at the right time with the right message. So with all these right things, we move towards the next level of marketing, which is personalization. And all of these brands, when I talk about the brands like your Microsoft, IBM, uh, Infosys, TCS, or any of these brands, the big brands that we have, the big IT companies that we have, even those guys, when they send you an email, they talk about personalization. So they will not say that, hi there, we have this to offer, this is the price, this is this. No, they say, hi Rohan, hope you're doing well. Can What are you looking for? What can you help me with? So it's all very personalized to me as a person. So they try and make sure that their interaction with me, their they make it more sound like it's personally sent just to me and not to thousands of other people. So that's personalization, and all of these are filters that help us in making sure that we are more personalized. So we take out behavior of people, we take out demographic of people, what age, gender, category they fall under, what interests do they have, what kind of things that you buy. So on Amazon, when you go and buy, if you're buying anything from a pen uh, to a laptop, we know about it. So that's also what we use when Amazon targets you again with some ads. And then we know what emails that you get or what call center have you called upon. So all of these things are just one other way, one other parameter of what is your interest and what is the bucket that you fall under. Cool. So moving away from that, which is more about what career options and what salary what can you expect, and yeah, so like I was saying, Pranav has already covered what exactly the fields are for you to take, your first step in digital marketing, which could be SEO, SEM. But if you'll ask me, I would not recommend anybody to go on SEO with the kind of introductions you gave early on around how many years of experience most of you have. So you have good number of experience, even if it's 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, 10 years. Never go for an SEO. Is what I will tell you, because SEO is more about manual task. It's more about you know uh, daily basis, 8 to 10 hours. You do a worker's job. So I would not recommend any of you when you already have experience to go for it. Rather go for an SEM job, which is search engine marketing, which could be a Google paid search or could be a Facebook, to start off with. A lot of you were asking about how to be how to be a strategist. Now, strategist is someone whose core expertise is not about execution. His core expertise is not about uh, which tools to use. It's about what brand really wants. Whether what brand wants what. So whether it's you look at what is the brand currently perceived as among people, and then you try and change that perception. That's what a strategist will do. So you don't need to have expertise of any of these fields, to be honest, when you have to be a strategist. What you need to have expertise is you need to have the right set of mind when you're planning for a brand to change the perception in terms of users or their audience. So it's like you go shopping, right? You go shopping, you buy products, you buy, a lot of, you buy groceries as well, right? So when you buy groceries, why do you take one product versus why do you not take the other product? So when you're buying a, toothpaste, for example, why do you take a Pepsodent versus a Colgate versus a, now even Patanjali is there. So why would you choose one over the other? What made that perception? It's the brand messaging that made the perception of a person that we will buy this because this has salt, this has no salt, this has calcium or this has no calcium or whatever. But that's actually the brand manager or the strategist who has thought about it, that what will the person think when he goes to the grocery shop when he buys the toothpaste. That's more what makes the end decision for a user to change the mind, because he remembers that the brand says that it's not, let's say it's not ammonia, it's with ammonia or it's not with ammonia. So these are small things that we note, and then we say, okay, whether or not we'll go for this product. So that's a strategist role, which is not here because that's a role which comes from within. It cannot be taught to anyone. It's how you work, how you do a normal day-to-day work, how you choose products, how you choose things is what makes you a strategist, and how you can change the perception from one thing to the other for the brand. Okay, so when we talk about salary expectations for different roles, so a person who is a fresher, a fresher with SEO, a fresher with SEM. At this current market, you can expect a job. I have my colleagues whose brothers and sisters just got into digital marketing, so I know for a fact that it's about anywhere like 2 to 4 lakhs is what you're expected to get when you start your journey. Whether it's a internship that you're looking for, whether it's a first executive job that you're looking for as a fresher, then that's the expectations. You should at least go for a 2 to 4 lakhs opportunity. Below that will not motivate you to to be in that role. And Delhi, I was in Delhi earlier before this, so I know that in Delhi you have hundreds of agencies who look for anybody who has experience with SEO and SEM, and that's when you have experience with both the things, which is SEO and SEM, you can go for a digital marketing manager. Well, in a startup where you cannot expect this much salary, but then yeah, in a small agency you can expect a salary of close to 6 to 10 lakhs, depending on what clients do they have. So that's the expectations. Social media, again, something which involves a lot of creativity. You can get close to 3 to 7 lakhs. Copywriter, which involves writing ads or writing messages on social media or on search ads. That can again get you anywhere from 3 to 6 lakhs, whether you're a fresher or maybe a couple of years experience. Okay, I'll take up a couple of questions here. How much does an MBA fresher would earn if she goes for it doesn't matter whether you're an MBA or not, because when you go for a DM, it's you against a graduate who does not have an MBA degree. It doesn't really make any difference because you did not study DM in MBA most probably, because I don't think any MBA is offering a DM specialty as such. So it's the same thing whether you're a MBA or you're a graduate. So you would expect the same earning, which is mentioned mostly here. But if you want to be very specific to what role, then I can give you more details around it. But if you check job profiles, they expect you to be a pro at DM for strategists. Of course they will. Of course they will ask you to be expert in anything and everything. So I'm not an expert in everything, right? But I have done well for myself. So I imagine if you are good enough, you can do well, whether a job description says strategist or not, or says that you need to be expert in 5 things. It doesn't really have to be that way. But if you want to be more specific, just let me know which. Uh, does programmatic require programming knowledge? No, not at all. It does not need any programming knowledge. I personally don't have any programming skills, but I'm a head of programmatic for one of the largest companies in the world, in an agency, of course. You don't need to be any, you don't need to know any language. So I did my computer science engineering, which means that I know all languages. Back then I used to know all languages, but now I don't know any language. I don't remember even a single HTML5 code as well. But it does not matter because you don't need that. There are different tools when you require programmatic advertising, and that's the future of next 10 years. So it involves AI, it involves a lot of other automation tools. How to start a career as freelancer post DMC? Okay, so uh, freelancer, you don't really have to have a career, right? If you're a freelancer, that's the thing. If you're a freelancer, you don't have a career. If you have to get married and you say you're a freelancer, oh, you don't have a career. Okay, so Mohit, when you say want to be a freelancer, there is nothing you need to have, bro. You just need to go out there, find your first client, pitch it to them that you can do digital for them, and just take it. That's it. And sit and sit in Starbucks and do digital marketing for them in all aspects. So you don't need to really. So when somebody asks me like, what do we do when we do a course, right? You have done a course, right? Go to your closest friends and family who have a business. If nobody has a business, then start your own business, which is you are doing freelancing. Now, when you start a business, what do? You do cold calling, right? You reach out to almost everybody who you know and tell them that you will do Facebook marketing for them. You will do SEO for them. You will do SEM for them, and just tell them that you will charge maybe 5,000, and whatever next comes in. Imagine you get just 5,000, but if that guy or that business even gets one single lead out of that activity that you've done in digital marketing, you earn yourself a badge of anything that you want to call yourself. You want to call yourself growth hacker, go call yourself that, because growth hacker just means that you are getting business for somebody else. So if you can get one single client for your friend or family or anyone, then you can call yourself growth hacker, as long as you can get that one single client out of DM. how does a strategist earn? A strategist earn by giving strategy, right? Manmeet, a strategist. If you call yourself a strategist, what do? You prepare a strategy for the brand. You tell them that this is what you do, and if you do this, you will get 5% extra in the business that you get. So that's the strategy that you have given. If it works, that's great. If it fails, then bad. So you earn basis the strategy that you give. Being an interviewer, what quality skills do you look for in an interview? I hire for all digital aspects, but then yes, what qualities will I look for? See, anybody can do a Google course, because it's free of cost. If you want to do a Google certificate, it does not require any cost. So if somebody tells me that I've done this, I first ask them technical questions like what is a CTR, what is impression, what is click-throughs, what is a conversion, how you implement conversion pixels, and all of these questions that you might guess. But then, if that person is able to answer those questions, good. The next thing that you need to know is whether yes or no. So if it's a yes, that's good. That means technically that person knows. Now, second question will be, have you done something on freelancing or maybe for your own project? Have you done something? Have you opened a website? Are you doing blogging? Are you doing? Do you have a Facebook page? These are very common questions that you will be asked when you say you are a digital marketing expert. And people who have experience, especially people who have 5 or 7 years experience, for you it will be even more difficult because you are saying that I want to switch a job. Switching is not easy, and switching career is even more difficult. So you have to be very, very specific. You can mold your current, whatever skills that you have into digital skills by just enhancing those skills in your personal, entrepreneurship that you can do. Basically, you can start a blog, you can start a new client, you can say that I want to start up my own Facebook page. All of these pages, which is your Being Indian, Array, PopXO, all of these started by some one person. They did not have a team. Now they have a team, right? So they even make better content. But anybody of you, any single individual of you can create your own Facebook page and start, gaining attraction or users just because the content that you post is good. So do that and you can call yourself an expert. Which sector is good for fresher? Complete your question, please. I don't have an MBA, but Masters in Journalism from India's #1 journalism school, 7 years experience, 2 international publications. I have publications. I now work as manager of content strategy for Gold #2 web browser. Which web browser? Is it Opera? Is it Safari? What browser? Where will I fall in this list? Because according to you, Tier 1 MBA college is important, but who says that? I never said it's an MBA college. I said if you do an MBA or if you do a graduation, you are the same person if you do digital marketing. I never did an MBA. So, and even today, nobody asked me whether you have done an MBA or not. Once you get somewhere, like once you start your digital marketing journey, it's the experience in how much money have you spent for your clients, right? That's what matters. No degrees matter in this course. And if I have to tell you where you fit in, you will fit in here. Content marketing managers. Okay, I'm working as a sales coordinator as well as CRM consultant in a teleco company. I have 2 years experience, but after my BTech degree, so I want to move into DM. How much salary can I expect in this market? Depends on whether you go as an experience or you go as a fresher. If you go as a fresher, 2 lakhs. If you go as an experience, 6 lakhs max. Talking in terms of salary strategist will earn more than anybody else, so you can expect a salary of 10 to 15 lakhs. Also, strategist, specialist, coordinators, they are same. Yes, they are mostly same. They're just fancy ways to call oneself anything, regardless of the fact that they do the same job. I completed my MBA from Cardiff, work in HSBC, backend, working in real estate company as a sales profile. Which field should I go for? See, in sales, if you want to go for sales, do digital sales. if you want to, you just want to change your sales profile, right? And you want to still count your sales experience, go for digital sales. And in the process of going for digital sales, you will learn almost everything in digital. That will be the first best way to change options or change career path. So I've already answered that question, Pallav. When you say that people who are experienced get hired, that's the same thing I told you. Reach out to Pallav, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, someone who you can trust, whoever has a business. Start doing digital marketing for them, and the next time you give an interview, you tell that you're already doing digital marketing for this.com, that.com, and that.com. So that's the only way you can compete with somebody who already has experience or already is hands-on in the industry. And there is no requirement for a MBA tier 1 colleges. There is no requirement from there. Currently, I'm working as a BDM uh, with two what? I want to know the full service agency work and how. Okay, it's a funny story, but Yash, when I went to an agency for the first time, after going to an agency, I started my own agency. It's a funny thing, but when you go into an agency, you feel that what are they doing? We can do the same thing and even better and earn everything for ourselves. But it doesn't work that way. So when you think that you can open an agency, like if you really want to open an agency, all of these things are what you do, which is back in this slide. All of this, right? All of this is what you need to do. Plus, you need to know programming languages as well, because all of this requires you to connect your people or your uh, you know marketing to the client's website, which means that you should have a technical person who understands PHP language or some website language, so that the code implementation for an SEO or for a web design or for any of these things, the conversion pixels or remarketing pixels or any of the pixels is easy. So these are all things that you will be asked for if you do a full service agency work. What is digital sales? Can you please elaborate? So digital sales is basically um, sales sales for clients that your company offers social media, your company offers SEO, your company offers web design. So all of these things are what you're going to be selling. So that, for example, you go to a shopkeeper and you tell him, see, you are very good the way you're operating your business, but you can operate your business also on Amazon, right? You can also operate your own website and then get customers to your to your shop. So moving away from a brick and mortar shop into the online world, that's digital sales. So you have to convince people to move your businesses to online, and then when you move businesses online, you have to have these. So like for example, when you open a shop, you need a outdoor hoarding sort of a thing to tell people that this is a new shop which sells clothing or which sells groceries or whatever. And the same way, when you open a website, you need to tell people that this is the website through all of these channels. So that's what the digital salesperson will do, educating the client and then getting business for the company in terms of whatever they want to do, whether it's SEM or SEO. If you're already in sales, they will not consider you to be fresher because you have the skills of doing sales. And you yourself have the skills, right? So why will you call yourself fresher? Don't call yourself fresher if you already are in sales. Don't undermine yourself in any way when you do sales, because you can do digital sales or BDM for that matter. Of course, if you are. So when you say you have a BDM experience of 2 years and you want to be a digital specialist. Uh, a specialist takes years, right? A specialist. Now, when I have to call somebody a specialist, he or she should have experience of maybe 4 or 5 years. So obviously, in that 4 or 5 years, you start from a lower package, but you then go and get better packages, right? So, but it depends on what package you're currently on. So if you're currently at already at 10 lakhs and you now want to go to digital marketing, you would obviously be getting a 3 or 4 lakhs, which will not be an apple to apple comparison when you say that, oh, I was earning this much, now I'm earning this much. So you may get demotivated by it, but think before you want to change it. If you're ready to, you know, put in that extra effort of learning digital marketing in the next 2 years, then you can go back to the same package that where you are right now. I'm a fresher. I want to start my career in space. Which sector is good? All of these sectors are good, yeah, Diksha. All of these sectors are good. Whichever one which interests you. So ask yourself this question: whether you are a writer, whether you can write, whether you can design, or whether you can work on tools. If you answer this simple question to yourself, you can decide which field you want to go to. All this is good. No, none of it is bad or bad to start with. Can you advise on which positions could I start with? Is product marketing role role will be helpful? When you say product marketing, what do you mean by that? Product marketing could be you're building a product. Can we get these slides shared with us? I think you will get a video as well, so you will have these slides. Cool. Welcome, guys. Yeah, and Nishi has been very kind. She's like, don't spend too much time of yours, Rohan. Thank you, Nishi. Yep. If these guys want to start, um, if you join as executive agencies or organizations, are we joining do they provide training? Absolutely, yeah. Without a training, how can you work? So if I hired recently, a fresher, which is a fresher from a college in Jakarta. So it's just been 2 months that I've been moved here. I've recently relocated here, and I'm building a team here. So right, so I'm hiring as well. So when I hire people, you hire because of multiple reasons, right? Sometimes the attitude matters. Sometimes the knowledge matters. Sometimes the way you presented yourself in the interview matters. And sometimes doesn't anything really doesn't matter, because sometimes the budget matters because you don't have the money to hire that person. Sometimes there is no logic to it, right? Because today if I'm hiring, it's my personal choice as well at times, that why would I hire somebody because I think that I can train them. But whenever you are going into an interview, just show that you are a trainable person. Just make sure that you are a trainable person, which means that when you go Rasik to an interview, you have to be like, I don't know this right now, but I can learn. I'm open to learning more things. So that's something that you have to have an attitude about yourself. That will make you more hireable than any other candidate. So be honest about what you know, what you don't know. Make sure that you're trailing everything in a positive manner, and just make sure that you convey the right message to the one who's interviewing you. So I may be coming as very strong over a candidate, but ultimately, if a candidate comes very strong on me, I'm like, wow, this candidate had something. Because when you go into state of what will happen, what question they'll ask, oh, there's so much, right? When you see all these, even I ask myself, do I really know out of this? Let me guess. So I'll ask myself, do I really know affiliate marketing? I would say maybe 40%. But can I answer the question if anything comes from your side? Yes, I can, because I'm very confident of whatever I know. So that's the thing, right? You have to be very confident. You have to make sure that you're answering everything correctly. And if you don't know, just say I don't know, and your willingness to learn. For projects that you can take up, money is not really important when you're starting up, right? So make sure that you're not looking for money, but you're looking for an experience, an opportunity. So that's something when you take new projects, consider money to be the last aspect of it. Take projects, run it, spend clients' money, and see what results happen. That's what digital marketing is all about. The more money you spend, the better you will learn. Because end of the day, marketing is all about spending money. Right, so that will be all. Nishi, you can probably take over. And
Hey Rohan, thank you
yeah,
so much. I would say it is fantastic, wonderful, and
thanks.
it is one of the best webinar that I have ever done. I'm so very happy today, and it was so realistic when you were answering all the questions that are usually shooted to me too. And handling job assist program here, like when I'm heading the program here, it comes very frequently to me that if I am from sales background and now I am going to digital marketing, I'm already getting 5 lakh, 6 lakh rupees in hand, and will I be getting more in digital marketing? It's kind of tough for me to explain that, see, you are actually changing your domain from a traditional marketing or sales to digital marketing. So I'll not be able to fetch a job for you,
Yeah.
which
So
will
so
pay
what,
you higher.
just one
Yeah.
more thing, yeah. So Vipresh, uh, buddy, I really think it doesn't matter how many years of experience you have, what age you have. You know, I've trained people who are even 70 years old, and they want to learn affiliate marketing for I don't know what goddamn reason they have. But then, when you say I want to start as a freelancer, I hope that you can look around your own vicinity of friends and family. If you don't have anybody who's in the business, then just go out somewhere, go to a shopkeeper, just tell him that whether you would like to start with Google AdWords. You know, it's just 1,000 rupees that they have to spend. 1,000 rupees is what I spend on a dinner, right? So that's something that you can just tell somebody that is spend 1,000 rupees and you can call yourself a freelancer, yeah, because that's what it takes to start with Google AdWords. So when you spend that 1,000 rupees and you add a coupon of Google of 2,000 and you make it a 3,000 packet and then you do advertising for that client, even if that client gets 2 customers from it, he will be very happy to spend another 1,000 rupees. That's how you start your journey as a freelancer. Cool guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rohan. Actually, I would seriously say that sometimes what happens is when I take all these questions and I just feel to say all that, but you have already said this thing that no degrees actually matter. One should not undermine themselves when they are going for a particular job, or the Google certifications or courses are really free and anybody can take that. But the major thing is that you should have practical experience with you. And all of us are really lucky that we are in Simplilearn. We are taking up the course in Simplilearn, which is already offering hands-on experience through projects. I'll just explain you how you can actually submit your profiles on the job portal. And I would like to first thank Rohan. Thank you so much for coming online, Rohan, and giving us so much of insights. And it was really fantastic, wonderful session that I attended like ever. It is one of the best sessions. Thank you so much, Rohan.
Thanks guys. You're most welcome, and thanks Nishi.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you. Thanks for your time in weekend. Hi everyone. I'm just making you through that these all are the companies. I could not actually include everything on this particular slide because we have approximately 80 to 90 partners onboarded till now as we have started. From this year, I'm trying my best to get more and more partners onboarded so that I can get more opportunities for the candidates who are taking up the course with us. And I believe that we are really lucky that most of our candidates are making through the interviews as well. As Rohan was explaining that no degrees matter, it is not actually essential to get an MBA degree from top-notch colleges. The only thing that matters is the confidence in the technology that you're learning, and that comes through the projects, through the practical work that you people are doing. So I would suggest you all to complete your projects, get it evaluated, get eligible for the Job Assist program, and the eligibility includes many things, and it depends upon the projects that you are completing, 80% of the course completion. So each and everything will be in your hand, that you need to submit your profiles on the Job Assist portal, and I'll assist you once you submit your profile, because it will automatically be updated in my database, and I'll get all your details. Okay, are you all getting my screen? Like, are you all able to see my screen? Thank you, Vinay. Thanks, Ratrendra. Thank you, Manmeet. Thanks, Ambika. Thank you, all of you. Thanks, Kedar. So, as I said that I'm not unable to put all the logos here, but I've tried to do that, and I'll just check it from now. Okay. So there are some of the candidates who got placed, and I've just tried to include those two, and all of these people went for the interview, and they were offered as kind of good package, or some of the people got ahead as well, because they completed the course and they showed that practical experience in their present company. So they got digital marketing assignments in their own company as well, as Rohan was explaining you. And how to submit your profile is something that I was detailing you, that you need to get your project evaluated. You need to have a final score of 80%, and you need to have completion certificate in hand. So if you are seeking for assistance from our side, you must complete your projects that are there in your course and submit your profile on the portal. I'll just check if I can show you how to submit your profile on the portal. So once you click this particular link of www.simplilearn.com Job Assist, you need to submit your profile here. Can we get second project evaluated? Hey Rashik, I'm just calling the concerned person so that he can answer your question, and he is handling the project evaluation part here. So just give me a second so that I can address your query and I can resolve it now, so that you don't need to follow it up. Just give me a second.
Hi Nishi. Hi. Yeah. Hi Nishi. Who is this? Rasik, right? Can
Yeah,
you get?
Rasik. So he has already pinged the question. If you can
Okay.
just let us know that how can we get student project evaluated.
Okay. So there are 5 rounds in Stuken. Okay. Participant needs to work on it, and I think Rasik, have you attended project submission classes? No. Okay. So Rasik, see, we have a project submission classes on live projects, where I discuss about live projects, and I discuss about Stuken Mimic Pro. Okay. And even we have a project mentoring sessions where trainer will discuss about that. Okay. So where we discuss in detail about how many rounds are there, how you need to work on it. Why? Because Stuken is a virtual project. It's like a simulation project where you need to work on it. Keyword research is available over there, and there is a ad creation. It's like a case study will be given to you, and I'm the one who will be evaluating this. Yeah. Mukund, see, I can provide you. I don't know, like, I'll do one thing. Once the session is done, right, I'll take your data from here. Okay. Okay, so to get certified life for mandatory, if there is a criteria, guys. There are online self-learning participants are there, and there are live classes registered participant. Okay, so Mukund, we can do that. I'll do one thing. Once you're done with the session, right, I'll drop you a mail on this, guys. I'll share a link. On Monday, we have a project submission class which is conducted by me. Okay, and there is no results. Rasik, let me be very clear on Stuken. There is no results. It gives a real-time experience. It will provide you how to work on AdWords, how to create PPC ads. Okay, you need to do a little bit of research on how you create ads on PPC and AdWords. Okay, you need to try to get more number of likes, views, impressions for your ad. Okay, that's the main purpose of this simulation lab which we are providing. Okay, previously what happened is there was live projects. It used to take 3 months time. Once you complete the course, we used to take 3 months time. Participant needs to create their own website. They need to yes, Lakshmi, this is Musharraf. Yes, yes, Abhishek. See, those who have enrolled for live classes, let me be very clear. Those who have enrolled for live classes, that is Flexi Pass or Digital Marketing Specialist Program, they will be working on Student Mimic Pro. There are 5 rounds. Okay, Student Mimic Pro. It's a case study based project. It is called as a what you say, a simulation project. Everything will be there. You just need to select the right thing at the right place. You need to do a little bit of research to know more about AdWords, keyword research, and PPC ad creation. Okay, that's the thing. And for who have enrolled for online self-learning program, there is live projects. I think most of the participants have attended my session 2 days back. Lakshmi Francis is there. I think I've shared these things with all of the participants through email. Okay. Uh, One second. Now, Mukund, yeah, Mukund, I can do that. I'll do one thing. Once you're done with the session, right? I'll call you after 2 hours. Okay, we can connect on this. No worries. Okay. I have the job master, so will my
Yeah,
placement?
I'll take that, Musharraf. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Musharraf. Thank you. Thank you for coming online and solving the queries. It was instant, but thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
Thanks. As far as eligibility is concerned, yes, I'll just check. I think Vinay is there who pinged me. Okay, so yes, for eligibility of applying for the placement process, yes, you need to complete your masters, you need to get the certification in hand. As I was explaining, that there is the eligibility criteria that you need to complete your projects if you have, and you need to get 80%, and you need to apply for for job assistance, and you need to upload your profile. And the thing is that if you have completed your projects, it gives us assurance that you have hands-on experience as well. Thank you so much. And I was just showing you how to submit your profile on the job portal. So you just need to submit your profile from here, log in, and answer all the questions. I believe that there is some connection problem here. I'm not able to get in. Okay, I got it. And then you just need to click to enroll and answer the questions. It is approximately 14 questions. I'll not take much of your time on weekend. I'll just show you quickly that you just need to enter your course, and then you just need to say that you have already completed your certification, because you need to have certification in hand. I have certificate from your side, ma'am. Diksha. Okay, Diksha. So you can actually submit your profile as I'm just detailing you. If you have already submitted your profile, I will get it in my database uploaded. So it automatically gets updated in my database, and I'll just definitely check it. Here you need to enter your first name. So as I am saying, that it would be approximately 10 to 11 questions that you need to answer. And through this, you just need to enter all your answers. Once you update, the last question will be uploading your resume. So you need to upload a file from your system, and it will automatically get uploaded and will be available with me in my database. Whenever I get any requirements from any of the company, I just refer my database so that I can refer which particular profile is best suitable, so that I can forward it to the company according to the requirement. Sometimes the requirements are really kind of mixture, in which they ask for all kind of domains that we have learned today. So I just need to check that what is your expertise level in that. if you have some traditional background, again I'm saying that traditional marketing or sales background, I might not be able to fetch a job which will give you more than your present salary, just because you might be considered as a fresher for digital marketing in that company. On other hand, if you are able to really answer all their technical questions, they might take you on higher salary, just because the background doesn't matter in that case, as Rohan was describing, that if you're really great, if you have expertise in a particular technology and you are able to answer, if you are able to address all the queries in your interview, you will be taken ahead in that. So I think I am clear as far as eligibility is concerned and the job requirements that are coming to me is concerned. If you have any queries, you can drop me your queries at jobassist@simplilearn.net. I'm just typing it here for your reference. If you have any queries related to JobAssist, do drop me an email so that I can address the questions online. And you need to upload your profile so that it can be available with me, and I can refer your profile once I get the requirements. So thank you so much, all of you. If you have any queries from me, you can ask. You can just ping me the questions so I can address that. Can you provide resume sample or guide about what to mention and how in resume, which is good way of, yeah, sure, Rasik, I'll do that. You can just ping me once on email so that I can forward you the templates. Thanks, Manmeet. I can forward you the templates so that you can see that how you can put different experience levels in the sections of your resume. I always suggest all my learners that you have your own experience and you want to build your resume according to the experience level that you have. So I cannot actually make your resume, but I can definitely assist you by forwarding you some of good templates so that you can refer how you need to put in your sections and how you can make it more impressive, because this will be your first introduction to the company. So when I'm forwarding your resume, it shows that what all technologies you have covered. So I always say that you need to highlight your technologies in the skills section that you have in your resume. Do not drop it. And as I said, Rasik, you can drop me one email so that I can forward you the templates as well. Thanks, Chitransh. Thanks, Abhishek. How can we be in communication for JobAssist? As I said, that you can drop me an email. And here also you can see jobassist@simplilearn.com. You can anytime ping me on that and I'll revert you back with the answers. Thanks, Rasik. I've got your email. Thank you. Thanks, Rashmi. Thank you, all of you. Thanks, Abhishek. Thank you for being online. So I believe that we were able to provide you all the solutions today, and it was fantastic session for me, and I hope that it was really wonderful for you all also. Thank you for your presence, and we will be taking more and more webinars in hand of this kind so that we can provide you more insights. It was so nice, Rashmi. Thank you for your input. Thank you, Vipresh. Have a nice weekend, all of you. Thank you.